What's up, everybody? My name is Bryce, aka DubsNotSubs, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast arc. I believe it is week 12. I could be wrong, but who knows? And as you guys have seen on my channel, there hasn't been a video earlier this week because I usually try to keep it Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. But what happened was I actually ended up getting called back into work. Sorry about that slur, but I ended up getting called back into work, and so it kind of messed up my schedule, and probably for the rest of this week, I got already one of my videos done besides this one, so I'll have two, but we're probably going to have to go back to a two-a-week schedule. It'll just be a lot more manageable for me, especially with getting called back to work. I lost a lot of time. I had a lot of fun doing, like, the 3 videos a week. It was a lot of fun, and I really did enjoy putting out that much a week, but I can't, like, get it done with all the time and, like, other stuff I'm trying to get done, too. But that's how it is. It'll still be good. And on other good news, I'm going to give a Attack on Titan checkup. I'll do that until I catch up with Season 3. And right now, I have just finished Season 1. I started on Season 2 today. And, man, it is a great series. I absolutely love Attack on Titans. I do have a lot of problems with it. I'm not going to lie. I really found it to be very predictable. In a lot of the scenes, there was something that happens towards the second half of the series where I knew the entire time who and why, like, what they were doing, and it was very obvious. And when you know something and it's dragging on, you're like, all right, I know, and you're just waiting. And I don't know, maybe I'm just big brain, or maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. It wasn't bad in the sense of how they did it, but the fact that I knew about it really I didn't like that. And also I found it very predictable in the sense of, like, how dark it was. It was almost like everybody dies, so, like, when they can die, they will die. So you kind of get numb to all the deaths in the series. You're like, oh, here's, like, a new character. Oh, they got 8, 15 seconds later within the same episode. And you're like, all right. So then you just don't get attached to characters and you're just ready for them to die. But that's my biggest problems that I've had with Attack on Titan so far. Also some stuff with Eren Yeager. But other than that, I've been really enjoying it. I mean, obviously, there's more to go. We got 2 more seasons, so I'm excited to see where it's going to go. And from what I've heard, Season 1 is not even close to the best series or best season. So let's hope Season 2 and Season 3 blows me out of the water, because I am absolutely loving it, even though I have all these problems with it already. I would definitely give it a 7.5 right now. I definitely enjoy it. It's so good. I can understand why people get it. Just my personal gripes and stuff with it. And anyway, let's get into the video today. We have some very interesting stuff. We have new manga licenses. We have Ufotable in some hot water. And then we have a new Studio Ghibli movie that's got announced. But let's start with our first story. And that is Tappy Tunes has announced they've licensed Dubo, Redeye Studio, Chugon, and H-Tune's Solo Leveling. A Returner's Magic should be special. And Doll's Dungeon Reset. So basically, the main reason I'm doing is because of solo leveling, and from what I've heard from Webtoons is also one of the biggest ones out there. I think there's this, Tower of God, and then God of High School are kind of like the 3 big ones, or like the big 3 of Webtoons. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. I'm not like big in that sphere. But from what I know, solo leveling is big. But my biggest problem with Tappy Tunes, and the same thing with all these other like Webtoon sites, I believe Webtoons itself does it also. But man, I hate that they have, like, every series behind, like, paywalls, and, like, you have to get these coins that are almost impossible to get. Like, Lezen, something like that. That is a new app that I downloaded because there's a series that I've been reading on there, and I 100% have been enjoying it. It is a free series on there now, and there's another series because I was looking on there to see if there's any other series that I was going to find, and I did find one. It was called Appetite. Basically, it's about this girl who I believe she's not a demon, not a vampire, but she basically eats people for food, and there's this loner, and he doesn't have really anything to look for, so he's going to kill himself one day. She stops him and is like, wait for like 2 years or something so I can eat you, and then that's how the story progresses. And the thing with this is, it's actually really good. It's actually really good. I was really enjoying it. I was trying to read as much as I can. But the thing is, it's behind a paywall. So you have to pay for 3 coins, or their digital currency are 3 coins for each chapter. Now, here's the thing. If you could get coins easy, it wouldn't be that bad. Like, if you could earn, like, on here, you can earn coins from, like, downloading stuff. But, my God, downloading their stuff, like, you know, like how they have those, like, download this app and then do something, and then you get the free coin, like, free whatever, like, free currency or whatever. So this one works in the same way, but, like, some of the quests you had to do were absolutely insane. There was one, like, the couple I was looking for, and one of them that I remember is, like, play this and get to level 100 in this game. And I was like, I'm not going to play that game for that long just to get some coins in here. And the thing is, every day you get coins, and you're like, all right, maybe they'll give us, like, 10. or 12, so then it'd be even since it's 3 coins. So what? You could read 4 chapters a day. Sorry, you get 1. So it takes you 3 days to read 1 chapter. That's absolutely insane and does not make me want to read on their service. I absolutely hate that they put everything behind a paywall. It's infuriating. And even their free manga, they have a section of free manga that's like timed. That's complete BS, because here's the thing with the free manga. It's not actually free. You just get like maybe the first couple chapters free, and then after that you have to do the same thing when you're behind that paywall. And it's absolutely one of the stupidest things I've ever heard of. I don't know why they do it. It doesn't make me want to read on their app. It doesn't make me want to use it at all. And if it wasn't for the like free series that are coming out right now, I wouldn't read on this app. And this is one of the reasons why someone might go to Scanlation. It's like, why would I do this? I get that you can read for free. It's like every 3 days you want someone to read a chapter. And I guess on Shonen Jump, you gotta wait a week. So maybe I'm just too entitled. And you know what? That probably can be first world problems right now. Hashtag first world problems. But man, I hate this so much, because if you're going to give us a bunch of stuff for free, I just keep the format the same. I don't understand why they have some behind a paywall and some not. Obviously, it's to get money, but it's just infuriating to have to deal with. I hate it, because it's just a series I want to read, and it's like, man, if I really wanted to, I could just go read this for scans and read the entire thing, because it's already completed, but they put it behind a paywall, and I don't know. I'm just mad that I have to pay for it, to be honest, because I just want to read it all. And, like, all the other stuff is free on there. I don't know. It's just me complaining for no reason. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. They're a business at the end of the day, so I can't fault them for it, but that doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. And anyway, let's get into the actual synopsis of Solo Leveling so you guys can know about it and what it is about. And it's called, in a world where awakened beings called hunters must battle deadly monsters to protect humanity, Sung Ji-woo, nicknamed the weakest hunter of all mankind, finds himself in a constant struggle for survival. One day, after a brutal encounter in an overpowered dungeon wipes out his party and threatens to end his life, a mysterious system chooses him as a sole player. Jin-woo has been granted the rare opportunity to level up his abilities, possibly beyond any known limits. Follow Jin-woo's journey as he takes on stronger enemies, both human and monster, to discover the secrets deep within the dungeons and the ultimate extent of his powers. So basically, it's like an isekai, and this is just Kirito, who's absolutely overpowered for no reason other than to be overpowered. And so, I mean, I'm going to pass on this because I don't care enough about it. And plus, this is also behind that paywall. You have to pay like $3, and there's like, almost like 1,000 chapters of this. I'm not going to wait like that to read 1,000 chapters. I don't care enough. So, I'm going to pass on this. I don't think, I mean, if it's for you, it's for you. You can read it there on Tappy Tunes. It's a free app. You can download it. I believe you could just have to make an account, and then that's all you have to do. You can read them for free. You get those free coins however many days they do it on Tappy Tunes. I have no idea because I don't use it. But that is Solo Leveling. The Returner's Magic should be special and Dungeon Reset. Now, let's hop on to our next one, and that is Manga Planet has licensed Butterfly Storage and Flavors of Kumiko from Tokiyama Shoten. So, these two series right here are as follows. So we have Butterfly Storage, and the synopsis goes, when a person dies, their soul turns into a butterfly and flies away, holding the thoughts and consciousness of the deceased. This butterfly can last to 49 days before fading away completely. In this world, the Death Bureau, a national agency that collects and freezes dead soul butterflies, lets the family of the deceased interact with the data in their relative's butterfly through a 3D hologram. Their duty also includes making sure butterflies don't end up in the wrong hands without killing or getting killed. So, I do like this. I like the idea of it. The synopsis seems pretty cool, but also the problem is with this. With a lot of sci-fis I find in manga end up becoming very confusing and very overcomplicated, like Vertical World was absolutely amazing. Also, that's kind of like a mix of fantasy and Vertical World, but anyway, it's so good. The start is so strong. It's so interesting. The art really isn't that good, but the story itself is super good and keeps you really interested. And as it progresses further and further in the story, it gets more and more outlandish. The arc we're in right now, I'm so confused at what's going on right now. We're getting like the origin of the world, of like everything that's going on in it and why the world's like that. But man, is it confusing, and I'm so lost in it. Like, I get they're doing the origin, but I just don't know who's on whose side. I don't know what even they're doing anymore. Characters keep on dying and then reappearing in different bodies. Just random stuff is just going on in that series. And part of the problem is probably that it's also, I'm reading it weekly. So you have that week time where you're like, oh, I kind of forget some of the stuff before. And then you get to this one, and you're like, oh my god, what is going on? But I don't know. I do enjoy Vertical World though. I do recommend it, especially the beginning half of it. It's super good, even though it kind of like is going all over the place right now. But anyway, the next one is called the Flavors of Kumiko, and this one is as follows. In a world where aliens live harmoniously with humans, there exists a kind of alien that doesn't need to eat the way humans do. Hailing from the impoverished planet of Chloridium number 2, where food is a luxury, these aliens live by inhaling microorganisms from the air. Kumiko, an uptight, earnest office worker, is one such alien from Chloridium number 2. When a sudden cold leads her into unable to feed herself her usual way, her coworker Chihiro comes to rescue her with a nice warm pot of udon noodles. After a lifetime of never having to eat human food, will Kumiko ever get used to getting hungry? So here's the thing. I actually love this. I love the idea of this, just a cute waifu eating food. It's just a food manga. I'm okay with it. I absolutely like where this one's gonna go. It seems like a nice kind of just fun little series. I mean, come on. I mean, if you don't see this right now, it's basically she's got like the elf ears, just blonde hair, with little eye mark on or face marking on her. Nice waifu. Not gonna lie, this is like pretty cute. And to be honest, Manga Planet has some of the best indie titles you can get officially. Like they have a ton of stuff. I believe one's called After School. They have like a car one. I can't remember all the names because it's been a while since I'm reading it. They have Sunken Rock, Kawaii Complex Kawaii Complex of something. What is the last one? And then there's one by a sci-fi artist, but to be honest, that last one isn't good. It's basically about a maid cafe, and it's really not that good. But these ones seem really good. I really like the idea and like the gimmicks of these two. I mean, come on. Like, what is even... This is just going to be so good. A nice foodie manga about an alien discovering human food. Just sounds so funny and so endearing, that I can't wait to see this waifu do what she does. And then you have this crazy sci-fi one that has a really interesting concept. Seeing where it goes, execution is very key on something like this, but to see where it goes and to see what it could be would be absolutely amazing. It's just so cool. It's just such a good idea, and I love it. I cannot wait to see where this goes. But anyway, next up, we have J Novel Club announced on Friday. They have announced the following titles: When the Clock Strikes, Z, Monster Tamer, The Epic Tale of Reincarnated Prince, her chat don't even know, Bibliophilia Princess Manga, The Tales of Marale Clark Manga. Now, I know nothing about these. I'm not a huge light novel fan. I'm just starting to get into it with Torture Princess. I need to finish that because, man, was the manga good, and I cannot wait to actually get into the light novel for it. But I know nothing about this. If you guys are into any of these series, J Novel Club. There you go. But anyway, next up we have the top 20 adult graphic novels from May 2020. And no surprise, Viz is pretty much the only manga company on here. But if you look at Viz, they're also taking up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 spots. Absolutely insane. You're seeing how big manga is becoming in the West. You're seeing how big it's growing, and obviously you're going to have Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia up there. Junji Ito is still making... I guess Junji Ito does make sense because with the anime being announced, it would get some hype back into it. But it looks like all the rest... Oh, and Beasters is up there too, and I'm not surprised about JoJo's. But Beasters making a comeback is a bit weird because the anime has already ended. So this is interesting. And the Parasite graphic novel, top tier. I have that book. So well done. But I'm just so happy to see that we're getting manga in these consistently, even if they're just the same Shonen Jump titles over and over again. That means that it's popular enough and it's staying popular to the point where it's just making it to the top charts. It's so cool. It's going to be so nice when we start getting maybe some more interesting series and more random series going in on this. It's going to be cool to see. I'm excited to see where manga is going to go. Sky's the limit. You don't really know what's going to happen next for manga, but I can't wait to see where this world takes me for it. Because, man, seeing other people first get into manga, at first you always got those people oh, this is too wacky and this is too crazy and this is too weird. But when they finally enter the world, they just get to see all the cool intricacies of it, how surprisingly deep it can get, the wide variety of stories, and just they realize that it's like any other form of entertainment, that you can get anything for any age, for any type of mood, and any kind of person. It's absolutely amazing the way manga works, in the sense of, obviously it makes sense that it does all this kind of stuff because it's just a form of entertainment, but when you see someone finally open their eyes to it and get to see man, this is pretty dope. Manga's actually pretty cool. Even if, I don't care how they start, to be honest. I don't care if you start with Dragon Ball. I don't care if you start with, the most obscure manga ever. Or anime or whatever. As long as you get into manga and anime and you enjoy doing it, good on you, and I can't wait to accept you into this community because, man, it's a great time over here, and we're living in a wacky world of Japan, but, man, is it a fun time to be, and is it a nice wacky world to be in? Anyway, next up, we have some sad news. We got bad news, and that is more delays. Not a surprise, though. But Square Enix, I believe this is... they already were announced a delay, but on Monday, hey, they have now released the actual release dates of where the delayed manga is going to go. And we have the Apothecary Diaries going to December 8th. We have Ragnar Crimson going to February 9th. Beauty and the Feast, February 23rd. And then we have The Great Jihai Will Not Be Defeated on April 13th. Now, The Beauty and the Beast was my number one pick for 2020, and as we can see, that is now not even coming out in 2020, so now that list is basically a lie. And not only that, I never realized when I made that Manga 2020 list that I was going to make such a controversial video. I didn't know that not only was it going to be my most popular video, but that I was going to, like, people do not like some of my picks. Like, they're like, where's Chainsaw Man? Where's all this? I was like, I'm reading Chainsaw Man. I'm not going to buy it, so it's not my top. Because this was, I think I specifically said in the beginning that this is going to be for the, like, physical books that I'm getting in 2020. So some of these people are very mean to me. And some of the people are surprisingly very nice, you know? It's, you know, this is the community. I'm not, like, hating or anything. It's all cool. But I was very, very happy to see this. Actually, I was happy to see how, like, big it got, but I was also very surprised that it got, like, almost, like, this big. It's got 8K views. It probably will be, if it continues going this way, my first video to get 10K. And not only that, actually the likes have started to not get as kind of bad, but man, I almost was at a point where the likes were 50-50 and people did not seem to like my list. I think that's because I didn't include a lot of Shonen Jump, to be honest. But the thing is, with Shonen Jump, I'm not going to be buying a lot of the physicals because I already am reading them on the app, so I don't really want to go buy it. Like, I'm not, like, I love Chainsaw Man. I think it's an absolutely fantastic series. I'm not going to go buy it in physical. Like, I'm already, like, tough enough on money. I'm not going to go buy something I'm already reading online. So, and other things like that. There's a lot of things on here, like Jujutsu Kaisen. I could have bought that when it started to come out, but I said I started to go to the digital version because, like, I'm already paying a $2 $2 thing on there, which is not a lot. I still don't get how they make money off of that, but the point is, I'm paying for it, and, like, they have the service there for me to use. I'm gonna take advantage of that, and I don't think really anybody cares for the most part what I buy. I hope not, at least, because I don't know why you would, but I don't know. It's a lot of fun to just see how crazy that video got and kind of the controversy I got in a video that I was just kind of talking about the excited stuff the stuff I'm excited for. Although there were a couple things on the list I would like to switch out. Basically, the good ending I would like to switch out probably for Not Your Idol. And I think there was one other one I'd probably switch out for another series that I can't remember the name right now, but I believe it's coming out later this year. And those two but other than that, everything else on my list, I completely stand by what I was saying, what I was going to do. Good ending is pretty much the only one I would switch out, to be honest. But anyway, let's get on to our next one, and that is Ufotable got caught. So the whole joke about them stealing stuff for charity apparently was true. Like, I believed it was true, but I didn't know they were, like, evading taxes. So here's the thing. The Manchi Shimbun newspaper reported on Wednesday that Tokyo Public Prosecutor's Office has charged the anime studio Ufotable and Ufotable's founder, representative director, and president Hikaru Kondo with violating the Corporation Tax Act and Consumption Tax Act by failing to pay 139 million yen, about $1.28 million in taxes. How do you do this? How did they get away with this for so long? So, in the Mainichi Shimbun, sorry, I'm practicing my pronunciation because I'm learning Japanese, cited in a source close to the investigation to report that Kondo purposely hid about 30% of the proceeds from some of Ufotable's anime-themed restaurant in Tokyo and store-themed in a private stay-at-home account. I believe it's a stay-at-home account. And stored them in a private stay-at-home. I'm assuming that's like a stay-at-home account. The reduced revenue was then allegedly altered on the company's ledger books for years 2015, 2017, and 2018. This was 5 years ago. He almost got away with it for 5 years, concealing a total amount of 446 million yen, about $4.11 million. The total owed amount in taxes is allegedly 110 million yen, about $1.01 million in corporate tax, and 29 million yen, $267,000 in consumption tax. According to the newspaper source, Ufotable and Kondo supposedly used the unpaid tax money to fund the company's business. This is absolutely insane. They were going big with this kind of thing. They were going straight up Al Capone kind of thing. Never pay any of their taxes. Do what they want with it. I mean, I guess I understand why Demon Slayer is so good. My God, 1.28 million and a total of $4.41 million you skipped out on to fund the company. Man, that has got to be a night. Oh man, I can't even imagine $4.1 million. Much more doing some like illegal scheme to get $4.1 million. It's just absolutely insane. And so, I mean, hats off. I mean, you're gonna go big. I mean, you're gonna do it. Go big. Like, I mean, I guess I'll give them that kind of credit. But man, that is insane that they did this. I can't believe they did that. It's absolutely. I'm just like, my mind is blown that they did $4.41 million and hit it for almost 5 years. That's absolutely insane. But anyway, we have next up something that if you guys are watching, you might not get to see, or you won't get to see, obviously, if you're not watching, because this is very picture-based. But go in the link in the description below this video to see this. But basically, in Shibuya, I believe. Okay, so let me just read this. The special event, Real Chainsaw Man, has been announced to commemorate the release of Volume 7. Different posters and a Real Chainsaw Man model has been distributed over Shibuya. So basically what they did is they made the Chainsaw Man, the character when he turns into the actual guy, an actual real-life model. And this cosplay is insane. Look at the detail on this. There's other photos too. I mean, the close-up of this guy's face is so detailed. Like, even in the manga, I don't think it's this detailed. Like, you get to see, like, his face is made up of chains of the actual chainsaw. Like, the teeth and the tongue coming out. Man, I gotta stop slurring my words. I can get myself in trouble. Then you have the actual, like, blade coming out of his head. Man, like, this is just so detailed. And not to mention, like, it also helps that these actual, like, shots and, like, these photos and posters are absolutely mind-blowing. I would buy this. I would buy these posters. Like, this dude just walking through the town. I don't know how they made the chainsaw look like it's actually, like, coming through his arms. That's so cool. It's so well done. Okay, I see how they did it. They basically clamped it to the back of his elbow, like where his elbow is, and then have it going up his arm to make it give the illusion that it's actually like attached. But that's super cool how they did that. I'm mad respect for this. Like, even like, but not only just like that, even like they went for like the basic business stuff that he's wearing, like that button-up white shirt with like the blood on. They went all out in like these details. Like, man, it's absolutely amazing. It's probably the best cosplay I've ever seen. I'm not huge in the cosplay scene. Like, again, I've only been watching manga for a year. Give me a time to even weeb out even more and fall deeper into this hole. And they even end up giving you, like, model shots of what it looked like before it was all painted and all done. And, like, how, like, all the different parts came together. It's just so cool. God, I love you, Japan. You guys go all out. I respect the hell out of you guys. You do so much right, and I respect it so much. But anyway, next up, we have Blue Exorcist is the 10th anniversary. It has been out for 10 years. We have to give some praise to Kazuo Kaito. I believe that is her name. I really hope I didn't mess that up. I believe it is Kazuo Kaito. And if I'm wrong, I'm very sorry. But, man, we get to see some of the coolest, like, what they did was they ended up making this book. I don't know how many pages it is or if it's just like kind of like a pamphlet, but basically there's a ton of different illustrations from a ton of different authors within the not only Shonen Jump, I think Shonen Jump Plus. They're also Shonen Jump Plus, but I don't know what other magazines too, or if these are all within like these two magazines. I don't know like what Japan has licensed. Obviously, I only know what's in Shonen Jump like here because I don't read Shonen Jump in Japan. But anyway, you get some stuff from like the creator of Dragon Ball. Oh, this is Alpha Round Man. Next one. You get something from like the creator of Dragon Ball. You get some from Kono no Oto Tomare, which is the manga about the Koto class, which is one of the most underrated mangas. I absolutely love music manga. So she's a great artist. She/he. I don't know what it is, what she/he is, but absolutely a fantastic manga. Her art is absolutely fantastic. But anyway, you have stuff like that. You have people from like World Trigger. You got One Piece doing it. You have Torture Princess, which I want to put that in there because, man, that is a good manga. Then you have also Zagami Baki, which is one of the best artists that I've ever seen. One of the best mangas I've ever seen. Hiroyuki Asada. It was one of the best manga artists I've ever seen. Like, his stuff is absolutely amazing. I wish he would do another manga. It's so good. Tagami Baki was one of the best series I've ever read and like seen, art-wise, story-wise, and character-wise. And then you have other stuff. You have a ton of different popular people. You even have the creator of Naruto in here, Claymore, All You Need Is Kill. You have Death Note in here, and Tokyo Ghoul. You have all these different artists. Heartgear, Black Torch, the creator of that. Tsuyoshi Takaki, and I think he is another artist who's absolutely blew me away. Like, I don't even care about... I haven't even finished Black Torch, to be honest. I need to. I have all 5 volumes, but the art itself was the reason I bought that. I love his art, and I also love his storytelling. I thought he was absolutely... I cannot believe they cut Black Torch off. Maybe I have to read it and finish it to see what maybe happened with it, but man... Is it fantastic and would have been great in Shonen Jump if it was. But I think he made, I don't know if he did it maybe to go to Heartgear and go to Shonen Jump Plus, but Heartgear is also really good, but I don't know if it's better than Black Torch. But anyway, next up we have not manga or anime related, but we have something about AMC theaters, and that AMC doubts that it can stay in business. I mean, we'll see about that with a multi-billion-dollar company, but basically, AMC has lost $2.4 billion in its first quarter. That is insane. When you're closed down like this, they're making no money at all. It's going to be interesting. I honestly, they might end up closing. $2.4 billion in loss of revenue. I don't know how, like, they have a lot of money probably in reserve, but I don't know how much they're going to be able to live up to and how much they're going to be able to stay afloat when they have to pay $2.4 billion in losses. That's absolutely insane. I hope AMC continues because obviously that's the only theater by in my area. So if AMC closed, I'm kind of SOL right now, and that's not going to be very good for me. I need to watch my movies, and I watch Wuthering With You there. I need to watch other anime movies at the theaters. How can I do that if my AMC closes down? So I'm very sad to see this. I hope that they don't close down. I really, really don't, because man, whatever you have to say about big corporations, I need to watch my superhero movies and my anime movies in the big screen. Like, I don't have any other choice. So, I mean, I like AMC. I think their, whole, drink and price policy is absolutely insane because, they gouge you for money out there. I don't even get food or drinks in there anymore. I don't even bring anything in. I just watch the movie and leave, pretty much. But anyway, next up, we have Sony has moved their conference about the PS5 to June 11th. So that is going to be coming out the day that this is going to go up. Now, this is going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Pacific Standard Time, and it's going to be an event about PlayStation. I believe it's going to have the games in it. It's going to be a lot of the operating stuff has already come out. Probably a lot of the interface. We're going to be seeing a lot of very interesting things come out of the PS5 event. I'm interested to see what they'll probably have I don't know if they had the actual model come out for the PS4. I don't believe so, but I'm interested to see what the PS5 is going to look like, even though I don't really care that much. And it seems that the presentation is pre-taped and that it's going to be running about an hour. So I cannot wait to see the PS5. I'm PlayStation Nation for life. My PS4, old as it is, the first generation PS4, that boy is still trucking, and I respect it to the end. It's such a good PS4, and it's done me right. So, anyway, next up we have Studio Ghibli has announced that they are having a new movie, and it is also going to be Studio Ghibli's first CG movie ever, I believe. Maybe it's not. Goro Miyazaki's CG movie, A Follow Movie Castle's authored novel, premieres on TV this winter. Wow, that is very... Okay, so, basically, this is their first CG, but the Howl's Moving Castle, that book, that author thing is also going to get animated, but this is going to be their first CG anime movie, and it's going to be by Goro Miyazaki, which I believe is Hayao Miyazaki's son, and it's going to be interesting, and the film is about Earwig and the Witch, and now I'm not sure exactly what this entails, and I have the synopsis up here so I can tell you guys, and I can learn myself. So, not every orphan would love living at St. Morwald's Home for Children, but Earwig does. She gets whatever she wants whenever she wants it, and it's been like that since she was dropped on the orphanage doorstep as a baby. But all that changes the day Bella Yaga and the Mandrake come to visit St. Morwald's. Disguised as foster parents, Earwig is whisked off to their mysterious house full of invisible rooms, potions, and spell rooms with magic around every corner. Most children would run in terror from the house like that, but not Earwig. Using her own cleverness, with a lot of help from a talking cat, she decides to show the witch who's boss. I'm interested in this. This was gonna be cool. I love Studio Ghibli. I've been really into their movies recently. Obviously, with HBO Go Max having all this stuff, I can finally watch it. And so far I've seen The Grave of the Fireflies and Spirited Away. I think there might be one other one I'm missing, and when Marnie was here. I hate that movie. I absolutely hate that movie. It's one of my least favorite anime movies, and one of my least favorite movies of all time. Marnie is one of the worst characters. I know she probably develops more towards the end, but she's straight up she's so mean to that girl who's just trying to help her and being nice to her like when she moves into a new town, and she's just straight up mean for no reason. She doesn't have any reason to be mean. She doesn't have a bad life. She doesn't have anything. They're not even like moving. I don't even think they like are moving there. Maybe they are moving there permanently, but I think she might just be on vacation. I don't know. It absolutely infuriated me. But anyway, this movie's going to run for 82 minutes. It's going to be I'm interested to see how the CG movie is going to turn out. Not excited for the CG part. I'm not a fan of CG. I'm just one of those people who not really all into the CG thing, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm hopefully optimistic, and we'll see where it goes, and I'm excited to see how Studio Ghibli does. But anyway, next up we have my teen romantic comedy Snafu Season 3 video debut is going to be on July 9th. So it was going to come out in this spring, got canceled due to COVID and all this, and now is officially going to come back this summer, and I cannot wait. This is going to be the final season of it, and I can't wait to see how it ends. And anyway, next up, we have that The Promised Neverland is in the works for a live-action series at Amazon. So Amazon is going to be doing a live-action series of The Promised Neverland, at least as far as we know. So Variety has learned that the streamer is developing a live-action English-language adaptation of the popular manga series written by Kairi Shirai and illustrated by Posuka Demizu. Megan Malloy is set to write the script. The series will be directed and executive produced by Rodney Rothman, with Masi Oka executive producing along with Roy Lee and Mira Yoon of Vertigo. Fox 21 Television Studios and Amazon Studios will produce it. Malloy and Rothman both worked on the Oscar-winning film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So, I mean, that's animated, so we'll see how they'll do with a live-action one. This one actually could be done live action. They could do it right. I'm interested to see how they're going to get all these kids because you're going to have kid actors. So it's going to all rely on how well they can act and how well this is going to do. And hopefully it's not like the Death Note live action. Hopefully we'll get something good. Hopefully it's like Battle Angel Alita, which I saw, and according to Zach, it's pretty accurate and pretty good. So I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. I'm excited to see if The Promised Neverland can live up to the live-action scene as well as it does in the manga and the anime. But anyway, last up, we have a survey done by the official survey of the animation of Anime Foundation of America or something like that. Basically, it's like these people, like these bunch of college professors and stuff, are doing an official survey for anime. I don't really know what the survey is exactly for, but we're going to go through the survey. Me and you will see what this is about, and there will also be a link in the description to this if you want to participate in the survey. But anyway, let's go. Let's start out with, what am I? Am I an anime fan? I am. Am I a otaku? Probably also. I'm also a weeaboo. I'm definitely not a cosplayer. I am not the parent of a cosplay fan. I don't even have a child and that I know about. What do we have next? Convention staff? No. Convention dealer? No. Voice actor? Wish. Industry person? Wish. Anime manga reviewer? I would say I do review that. Maybe not professionally, but I do it in my spare time. Mecha figurine collector? I'm not Flip Otaku. Podcaster / YouTuber? I'm doing a podcast right now. Wink, wink. Figurine collector? I don't collect figurines. I'm not really a huge fan of them. I have a bunch of Funko Pops, but I don't really collect them anymore. And a lot of my Funko Pops were given to me by somebody who was moving and worked at GameStop. And after that, I really haven't bought any. I bought a Naruto bunch of Funko Pops. I bought 2 of those. I bought Naruto and Kakashi. I bought like the main people of Fairy Tail. I don't know if I have Lucy. She was out of stock, but I might go back and get her just to complete it. But I have Natsu, Urza, Gray, Windy, Happy, and did I miss anybody? I think that's all the main people. I have like the main like group right there, and then I have a ton of My Hero Academia ones. I have Tokuyami, Deku, Ochaku, Momo, not Momo. I have All Might. I have Eraserhead. I have. No, I don't have. I don't think Shoto has one. He might have one. I'm forgetting a couple of them. I have Bakugo. I also have. Man, I'm forgetting. I think I have Suyu. I have a ton of different ones. I have a bunch of My Hero Academia because I was like, my series that got me back in. I must praise it. I have like a shrine of it in my room. Am I a Lolita fashion fan? You know, I can't legally answer that one. Smart doll fan. What does that even mean? I'm not an idol otaku. I'm not part of that K-pop stuff. I don't understand idol culture at all. Maid Cafe, no. Steampunk, no. Yuri, hell yeah. Hentai, hell yeah. Homestuck fan, don't know what that is. Casual gamer, I would say that. I'm a console player. I'm not an esports. Am I a mobile games gamer? Now that's a pro gamer move. I am not. I don't do that. Am I an artist? No, but I don't know. I wouldn't think so. Am I a musician? I mean, I'm trying to learn the drums. Am I a writer? I wish, because I really want to make a manga myself. Am I a voice actor fan? I don't know. I don't really follow voice actors. I am a sci-fi fan. I am a fantasy fan. I am for sure as hell not a brony, and I'm for sure as hell not a furry. I'm not a photographer. I think that means professional. I like taking photos, and I am 100% a sports fan. So, to the next question is, wow, there's a lot of questions. So, how frequently would you say you engage in the activities of an interest of the anime and manga? Attend conventions. I have never attended a convention. I want to do it. I wanted to start this year, but obviously things didn't go my way, and that's not working out. Attending other conventions as an anime fan. I have not done that. Attending other conventions, nope. Local meetups, I have not done that. Reading anime-related forums. I guess I would do a 4. Actually, I'd do a 5 because I have to read it. You know what? I would do a 6 because I do it because I read a lot of this stuff and I have to get the news articles for this. But other than that, I don't really do it. Posting on it, never. Then we have consuming official anime-related media all the time. Then we have... Oh, wait, no. That was... that's posting. That's reading. What was this one? Oh, attending local meetups. My bad. I messed up the order. Next up, we have consuming official... Oh, that's often, all the time. That's every day. Consuming fan-made anime-related media. Fanfil. I mean, I watch YouTube videos all the time of that, so I would count that. Creating it. I mean, I would say I have a decent schedule. I would do often. Consuming it. Consuming theater crafting. I do that all the time. Producing. I would say a 6. I don't know. I don't know what counts as often, but I do two a week, so I would say 6. Cosplaying, I've never cosplayed. Not to say I'm beyond it, I just haven't had the opportunity or like the chance to do it. Producing anime, have I done that? 6, I have. Correct. Every time I look at this, I will skip a thing real quick, like every now and again. Collecting official, I would say probably a 4. I don't do it a ton. Collecting unofficial merchandise, I don't know if I have collected any unofficial stuff, so I'll do a 2 because I don't think I ever have, but I probably might have something unofficial in here. Chatting online, I would probably do a 6. Actually, no, I do a 7. I try to talk to a lot of people on here, and I enjoy talking to them. Searching out anime, I do that a lot because I have to do it for this podcast. Playing anime-related games, I do a 3 because I don't really play a lot of anime games. Playing air games, I've never done that. I don't know what an otome game is. Playing Japanese role-playing games, never done that. Reading doujinshi, I mean, I'll do a 3. Sure, I've read some. Reading light novels, 2, because I'm just starting it. Never read a visual novel. Reading manga, put that thing all the way up. Watching anime music videos, I'll put it as a 2, because I've seen them every now and again, but I don't really search them out. I mean, if they pop up on my YouTube home feed, I might think about it. Listen to anime-related songs. That's pretty often now, like, pretty recently. K-pop? No. J-pop? No. Where's J-rock? Actually, I'll put K-pop as a nothing, and then I'll put J-pop as a 3. Not really sure. Like, you know. Please relate to the frequency you consume anime produced in these decades. I don't think I've seen anything in the 1960s, 1970s. 1980s, I'll do a 2. I've seen 1 or 2 things. 90s, I'll do a 3. Because I have, every now and again, I would do anime in the 2000s a 6, and then 2010s a 7. So, yeah, I would say that's probably a thing. I don't think I've seen anything right at the beginning, and I don't really plan to. Not really a huge thing about that. Please rate your agreement with the following things. I am emotionally connected to being an anime fan. I would say, I don't know what that really means, but I say yes, I am 100% a anime fan, so I would do a 6. I don't know, maybe if it's like if someone makes fun of me or does that, it doesn't really get to me and cuts me deep. But I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm all in on it. I am all in on it and how I feel about it and how much I love it. But I'm not gonna let other people affect me, and it's not my only thing about me. that I do. I strongly identify with being an anime fan. Yeah, 7. I'm 100%. I don't know what emotionally connected is a weird term to use. Being an anime fan is a part of me. A part of me? Yeah, I think at this point I would strongly agree with that. I strongly identify with other anime fans in the anime community. Yeah, dude. I mean, when you relate on an anime, even when you disagree, you can have a huge discussion and a huge thing about it. I'm glad to be a member of the anime fan community without a doubt. And I see myself as a member without a doubt I do. I 100% am part of this community, and I love being part of it. It's one of the best things I've ever done in my life. It's so much fun to be part of this. Insight, please indicate the anime fandom you were and you currently expect to be. So 10 years ago, I had no involvement. And 5 years ago, I would say 5 years ago was high school, which was so I do a 2 because I was in there a little bit. Then I dropped it. A year ago, I would say I went up to a 5. Then 1 year from now, I'm hopefully going to stay very involved. Today I am very involved. I would like to get to stay very involved. 10 years from now, I would like to stay very involved as it continues. Maybe 10 years from now, maybe not be as all in as I am right now. So maybe 5 years and stuff, take a step back where I just watch it a little bit more casually and still do stuff like this and still make videos, but maybe not be as critical as I am right now, I guess. But right now, I 100% love being all in. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Please rate the frequency of sources of anime consumption. TV programming, I don't watch any anime on the television from Xfinity or anything. DVD, I don't buy DVDs or Blu-rays. Legal streaming, often watch. I do that all the time. I don't have any not paid one. I don't have any legal streaming services where they're free. I don't think they're I pay for Verve, so I get Crunchyroll, and I'm pretty sure that's the only free one there is. Friends have family streaming accounts. Don't have any friends that are around me that have streaming accounts. Unofficial streaming services, I have, so I'll do a 4. Unofficial downloads, I don't download things, because why would I do that? The next section is a question of disparaging humor, jokes, or statements that make fun of a particular person or group. This includes jokes where people or groups is a punch out of the joke. How often do you tell jokes or say things that insult anime fans as a group? Every now and again. It's fun to make fun. If you can't make fun of yourself, you can't really. I don't see how people just can't make fun of themselves, because I'm part of the anime fans. I like these stupid weebs, or all these weebs into these big-eyed people. It's fun, and it's nothing mean by it. How often do other anime fans tell jokes or say things that insult anime fans as a group? I don't know what they mean, but do they mean insult in the sense of they mean it and they're oh man, I really hate it. I mean the jokes. I'd put maybe a 5. I don't know. How often do you hear non-fans tell jokes about things? Oh, my friends all the time. But I love them anyway. They're cool. They're not really that mean about it or whatever. And they're my friends, so they're just poking fun at me. We go back and forth. That's how it is. So then, how do you feel about you saying things that insult anime fans as a group? I don't know. I'm 6. I don't really see how it affects people. I'm not trying to destroy anyone or be mean about it. It's just a joke. How do you feel? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say very positive, because I think they're for a lot of jokes, people are way too sensitive about jokes, and it's just fun. It's just fun stuff, and it's not really that bad. And overall, it depends on what the joke is, obviously, but for the most part, I don't really see a lot of jokes that I make or that I've heard really be that bad. How often do you feel about other anime fans telling jokes that insult the anime? I don't know, very positive. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I think if you get angry at something like that, you gotta take a check at yourself, because who cares? If someone watches basketball, you think they don't get made fun of for watching someone dribble up a ball up and down the court for an hour and a half? I love basketball. Everybody's gonna have jokes about that. Who cares? I don't know. This whole joke thing is a bit I don't know, too. It seems like they're making a big deal out of it. But anyway, how do you feel about non-fans telling jokes or insults fans as a group? I don't care. I'll do a 6. I don't really care. I would put very positive, because I don't care at all. I wouldn't say it's positive, but I'll do a 4. It's in the middle, because I don't care. I'm pretty indifferent about it. But how appropriate do you think it is for you to say things that insult anime fans as a group? Completely appropriate. I don't care. It's a joke. I make fun of mecha people all the time. Who cares? I don't watch mecha. Why would you take my opinion seriously? How appropriate do you think it's for other anime fans? Do what you want, man. It's a joke. Free speech. How appropriate do you think it is of non-fans to tell jokes and insult the anime fans? Free speech. So you can say what you want. I don't care if you don't like it. I mean, you have the opportunity to say it whether we agree with it or not. Please rate your agreement with the following items. I mention anime to others quite frequently. Yeah, I do. I do a lot of times as a joke, to be honest. Like, obviously, besides this channel, when I talk to my friends about anime all the time, even though they don't care at all, I'll still do it. Like, I don't care. I've told more people about anime than I've told about most other fan interests. What does that mean? I've told more people about anime than I've told about most other fan interests. I don't know what that means. Like, other fans are interested? I don't think so. I'll do a 3. I seldom miss an opportunity to tell people about anime. 2. I mean, I don't bring it up unless we like really get into a conversation. I try not, because a lot of people don't really, I know whether they like it or not, and if they do, I'll talk about anime and stuff with them, but otherwise, I'll just continue and talk about other things. When I tell others about anime, I tend to talk about anime in great detail. 4, I'm pretty, like, I'm okay with details, like, pulling things out of my head without researching it before, like, having, like, be ready to do it, I'm usually pretty, like, I try to be specific, as specific as I can, but I don't get, like, every detail as I can get. I just like fan service in anime. Strongly disagree. I don't care. Like, it's fan service. Like, what do you expect? They do it in live-action movies and anything. Like, I don't care. Anime is becoming westernized? What do you mean? Like, it's too, like, what is becoming Americanized about it? Or westernized about it? I'm trying to think what. I don't really see anime changing all that much. I think as times change, things change and things adapt. So I would say, I would go a 2. So that's not 100% strongly disagree, but I do disagree. I don't really know. Western influences Netflix harms the quality of anime. Devilman Crybaby, no, it doesn't do that at all. I don't really know. Like, what? You have Devilman Crybaby. I'm trying to think of other really good Netflix anime, or like Amazon Prime Video, Vinland Saga. You have also Dorohedoro. You had Blades of the Immortal. Those were all on Amazon Prime Video, but it's the same thing. Then you have Netflix. What other ones did Netflix have that were really popular? Like, why can't I remember? Carol and Tuesday, top tier. I don't think that really affects it that much. I think maybe it'll affect how popular it gets. Like, Netflix, not so much, but Amazon will really kill a series. I know a lot about the anime industry. 3, so that's kind of, like, very, like, I don't know a lot about it. I mean, I don't know nothing, but I definitely don't know a lot. I know a lot about anime, how anime is made, funded, production process. I mean, again, a 3. I know some stuff, but I'm definitely not, like, in-depth and all about it. I know a lot about anime, like, Japanese culture. Again, another 3. I'm a very outsider looking in. I love to learn more, and I try to learn as much as I can as I go, but yeah, I don't know 100% about it. So anyway, guys, that is the end of this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you did feel that this video deserved it. I 100% you guys appreciate you guys sticking out, staying to the end, enjoying it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy these podcasts. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you feel that I deserved it. And as always, I will see you in another video.